So, I know you guys have been wanting a video on this foundation for a very, very long time. I did film a review on it, so if you want a full-blown I did film a review on it, so if you guys want a full-blown review, that is down below, of course. But a ton of you guys asked me to do a not review, but like a demo slash flawless face routine with this foundation. So this is how I get this foundation to work for me, because it is a lot more matte than I would like it to be. I absolutely adore the coverage. As you can tell, it's very flawless, very even. I absolutely adore it. It covers just the right amount. It's about a medium to buildable full in my personal opinion. I feel like for someone who doesn't need a ton of coverage, it could be a full coverage foundation for you if you don't need a ton of it. Me, I just need a little bit of evening. I do have some freckles on my cheeks, so I do add just a little bit of extra right there. You can still see my freckles sort of show through a little bit, but that, to me, that's not a bad thing. I kind of like that. And then the way that I get this foundation to work for me, you'll see in the video, is that I use a lot more sort of luminizing products, I guess you could say. So I use a luminizing primer underneath, and I kind of glow up my skin afterwards as well. I do only use this foundation when I am doing more of a full face of makeup. Only reason I'm doing it today is for you guys. It is a hotter day today, so I figured it would be perfect to use it because I loved this foundation in the summer. It was absolutely amazing. It wore very well. Literally 12 hours later, my makeup still looked on point. So that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I will talk to you guys soon. What up, girl? So a lot of you guys asked me to do a full-blown like demo slash foundation routine, whatever, with the CoverGirl 3in1 Outlast. I haven't worn this in a cool minute, but it is warm today, so it's a perfect day for me to do this. I absolutely adore this foundation. I raved about it. I love it, love it, love it. I know that there's another one. I think it's like a True Blend or whatever it's called, whatever. But this one is, I just have so many foundations, so I didn't intend on buying another one until I finished one. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and do my foundation routine slash demo on how I apply this. A lot of you guys had questions, not really sure why, but someone asked me what is my way of wearing it. And for some reason, I don't know, on that review video I got a lot of requests on like doing a demo on it. So here we go. I usually use a luminizing primer of some sort with this guy because it is a very matte finish foundation. I use either, sorry it's all on my finger now, I use either the NARS one, which is a luminizing one. It's basically their Light Optimizer primer, whatever. Or sometimes I use my Smashbox luminizing. Only reason I don't always use this one is because it's actually kind of silicone feeling-ish, kind of like Think Benefits Professional, sort of. So it makes my skin a little too matte for my taste, so I like more of the lotiony sort of luminizing primer. That's just me, so I slap this on my face. Plus the foundation shades are really, really matte anyway, so I need something to glow me up, you know what I'm saying? Because I need to kind of maneuver this a little bit so it doesn't look so flat on my skin, because that's actually not what I like. I go ahead and unlock the guy, because you gotta unlock it before you pump it out. And I start with 2 pumps. Usually that's a lot, but usually 1.5 is perfect. But I'm going to go ahead and use 2. It's whatevs. More than likely I'm grabbing a synthetic brush to apply this. I usually prefer the Sedona one specifically. Sometimes I will use the Sigma one, the Sigma version of this, but initially I really prefer this one. This one has a little bit more give to it, so it's a little bit softer. And with the thickness of this foundation, it just kind of helps it blend a little bit better. So I'm just gonna dab, and blend. Super easy. I still can't get over how this foundation smells, but that's CoverGirl for you. And I have a massive pimple right there. Well, it's massive to me. It's probably really not that bad. So as you can tell, it's very even coverage. It is super easy to blend with this brush. It makes it so easy. It just literally puts it on. Let's do it again on this side so you guys can see what I mean. Literally, you put it on, spread it out, and call it a day. You don't have to work super hard to make this blend in. And then I just kind of blend a little bit on my neck. Like literally, I'm just spreading it out. That's it. And then put some on my forehead. And again, just blend it out. Again, super easy to just kind of move it and maneuver it. And And then if I feel like I need extra coverage elsewhere, that's when the rest of this comes in. Normally the pump and a half is just enough though. I normally don't need any more than that, so this is already kind of a lot for me. Like one good coat is good enough for me actually. I just don't want to waste what's left on my hand, but if I had a choice, 1.5 would be ideal. Then I just take my concealer of choice. This is in a sample jar. This is the BBI from Smashbox. I do have it in the original container, but I've had like a little sample of it to try first before I got it, so I'm just kind of using what's left of the sample first before I get crazy, right? Because I don't want to open the packaging unless I have to, so I still have a ton of this left. This stuff spreads really easy and I absolutely adore it. Like, I love this stuff. It's amazeballs. I can't wait to do a review. I usually just use a concealer of choice. This just so happens to be what I'm using at the moment. I do choose something a little bit more highlighting. 2 reasons. Number 1, I very rarely use a foundation like this on a daily basis. It's very, well, it's not very full coverage, but it's a little bit heavier for my taste as far as coverage goes, but if you want to use it for every day, if that's totally something that you want to do, go for it. I don't mind. I have nothing against such things. It's just a little bit heavier for my taste. I usually reach for my MAC or Makeup Forever Face and Body on a daily basis, so this isn't one that I grab for every day really. I usually grab this when I'm doing more of like a makeup-y kind of look, like a full-blown face. So I use whatever concealer is more full coverage for me. So grab whatever concealer of choice you'd like to use. I just really love this BBI stuff. Like, look how much this covers. It's so amazing. So I do plan on doing a review for you guys, don't worry. You don't necessarily have to set this foundation. It sets to a powder finish, but I like more of a smooth, like very setted finish. I don't know how to explain it, but I like the powder finish. So it is a liquid to powder, sort of. Like, it's supposed to be concealer, powder, and foundation all in one. But, I mean, you can go ahead and put, like, your bronzer and your blush, like, straight after, you know, you put it on. But I do need to warm it up slightly, just a scotch, just to kind of make it buff into my skin a little bit better. And only because I have a very, very long day ahead of me. Usually I do, but because I usually have very long days, no time to touch up, I tend to set my things with powder no matter what I do. Do you have to? No. But I like to. And it makes it look a little bit smoother. So I use my Sephora Microsmooth for that. Sometimes I will use my Makeup Forever Duo Matte if, again, full-blown face, because this has a little bit more coverage. I like the Sephora one for the soft kind of glow that it gives, so that I'm not like uber done, you know what I'm saying? As far as how I do the rest of my face, use bronzer, contour, whatever it is of your choice. I'm going to use dark MSF from MAC with an angled brush. And this is usually what I go for when I want a soft contour and I just want more of a bronze. I get bored of bronzers really fast, so I don't always stick to the same one, probably for like a month or 2, and then I get really sick of it. So this is the one that I like to reach for when I want like an all-over glow. When I'm doing this foundation routine, I will either use something to contour really heavy, like Benefit's Hoola, NARS Casino, Makeup Forever Sculpting Kit, something like that. It really just depends, but just choose a bronzer or contour of your choice. Good. So for blush, because this foundation is so matte, I like to choose anything that glows, as you can tell. So this one is Cheeky Bronze MSF from MAC. This is my ultimate favorite blush from MAC in the whole wide world. It's really not a blush, but I use it as one, and I absolutely adore it. It's one of my favorite things ever that MAC has ever created. I've been in love with this for a couple of years now. I have backups of this. I absolutely adore it, and I have yet to find a comparable. And then I just lightly highlight, of course. Choose anything you want, but I'm using Soft and Gentle, also from MAC today. Sorry, I'm a little MAC'd out at the moment. A little bit down my nose. Whatever it is, I just choose something to glow up my complexion, because if not, the foundation lays very flat on me, and I don't personally like that. I hate the way that looks, and I hate the way it feels. So personally, when I use this foundation, I'm either doing like a full-blown face of makeup where I can highlight the hell out of my face, but more often than not, I'm choosing a blush that has a slight shimmer to it and a highlight that is pretty glowy. So whatever it is that I choose, It could be anything. It could be Gold Deposit MSF sometimes that I could use, Mary Luminizer from The Balm. Whatever it is, I just choose something that will glow up my skin because I personally don't like how flat it lays. So, and then I just set underneath my eyeballs. Today I'm going to use Nye Banana Powder, but I switch it up between this or just like a translucent powder. So it really just depends what I feel like that day. I'm very moody with my products because I have a ton of products that I want to get through. So personally, I just choose based on like literally what I feel like using that day. So I'm setting underneath with my Ben Nye just because I love this stuff. And down my nape. If you guys like a glowy complexion like I do, but you need a long wearing foundation, my best recommendation is to use either a luminizing primer underneath, like something that'll give you a glow, or glow up your skin afterward. I do a little bit of both because I love my J-Lo glow. You know how I feel about it. So I went ahead and just kind of finished my eyeliner and stuff and put some mascara on. Nothing serious. My liner is a little bit crazy and winged out today because I plan on wearing more of a bold lip. And last but not least, of course, I set with Fix Plus or Urban Decay setting spray, whichever. It really doesn't matter. I usually go for Fix Plus because I want more of a glowy. Okay, can't spray and talk at the same time. Hopefully this helps you guys, and I hope it answered much of your questions. But if you guys have any other questions, of course, you know where to leave them. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye!